the magic food pantry. One of the clubs I belong to decided to do some outreach, or more like the lady in charge decided to do some outreach, and we decided to go along with her idea. We went to this food pantry type place that was associated with a non-denominational church. She told us that she'd been there before, so she told us what we were supposed to do. One lady there was pretty friendly, and she said that she'd known her from before. I'd never really done anything like this before, so I started to talk to her about this might work. She told me that she was different than most people. She does this to help stay in touch with what's really important. Of course, that sounds like a very vague and potentially useless phrase. Anybody can say they want to keep in touch with what's really important, but what's really important is different for everybody, so that can be a potentially useless and empty phrase to stay in touch with what's really important. She told me that she used to be a very ruthless businesswoman, and she wanted to climb the ladder of financial success at any cost. But then she met this lady at a charity event. She went there to make connections, but then she told her that that's getting it backwards. She said that if you want to make a lot of money, to not only be financially successful, but to also become emotionally successful, you need to understand the true, deep, ancient genetic value of trade, that people have been trading ever since the days of the nomads. That if you can figure out what other people want but aren't getting it, and you provide that to them, you will get a lot of money in return. That the more you selflessly point your skills toward helping other people, the more money will naturally flow back to you. But even better is you'll become much more successful at being able to create relationships. Relationships and trade are really the same thing. Trading or selling or buying stuff is purely conscious. But even though relationships are mostly unconscious, they are really the same structure. You give something and you get something back that is better. When you buy a burrito for $5, you want the burrito more than you want your $5. And the guy selling the burrito wants your $5 more than he wants his burrito. That's why he made the burrito in the first place, so he could sell it to you. And that's why you did whatever you did do to get that $5, so you could trade it for what you really wanted, a nice, delicious burrito. Relationships are the same. You communicate and behave in a way that makes the other person feel good. This causes them to behave and communicate in a way that makes you feel good. You give what you have so you can get something better in return. She told her that this is the fundamental idea of trade that lives inside of our genes, to share what we have so that we can get something better, which is why she told me that's when she started to not only make more money, but become much happier. Instead of focusing only on money and how she could get it, she started to focus on how she could help other people satisfy their needs first, and the money always came back afterwards. By focusing on money only, she rarely got anything other than a whole bunch of stress. But then she said when she started to focus on how you can share yourself selflessly with others, you will always get something back in return. Usually a fat stream of income. But then she told me something very profound, that there are really only two secrets in life, and they both have to do with exchange. If you continue to improve your consciously delivered skills that you share with others, you will always get something back in return, usually a fat stream of income. If you continue to improve your unconsciously delivered skills, namely your communication and your behavior that you share with others, you'll always get something back in return, namely love, friendship, and a lot of happily and eagerly delivered orgasms. That's why she told me that she hangs out in soup kitchens and food pantries. She said that when you do that, you can remember who you truly are. Because when you remember who you really are and you share that person with the world, the rewards you get back will be tremendous. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. To learn more, please visit mindpersuasion.com.